Okay, so for today's last video, we're going to talk a bit about care and handling for your photo equipment. So, first off, dirt and water are not your friends. You want to try to avoid getting any kind of dirt or water on any of your equipment. I think that's a given, but I'm just going to say it. So for your camera, I like to use, where'd it go? A special what they call electromagnetic brush to clean off any dirt or dust, especially before changing a lens. Now this is important because when you're changing a lens, you're taking it off of the camera body and you're basically, potentially exposing the inside of the camera to dirt and dust. So to minimize that, you can brush off your camera with an electromagnetic brush beforehand to try to keep any dirt and dust away from that opening. Now these are usually sold by camera stores. Sometimes you might get them free in a kit when you buy a new camera or something, but electromagnetic just means that it kind of attracts dust to the bristles so that it'll take them off and you're good to go. Okay, next, lenses. So lenses, I also like to use an electromagnetic brush for dirt and sand, especially dirt and sand. So if I'm cleaning my lens, this is the first thing I do, because if you take like a cleaning cloth straight to your lens and there's a piece of sand on there, and then you press down with the cloth and start cleaning, all of a sudden you're scratching your lens up. So make sure that you start off with this and get that lens cleaned off. Now after you have that done, you can switch to a cloth. There are these really soft, specially made cloths for lenses. I know you can't feel them, but they're really soft cloths, and you want to just have a very light touch when you're cleaning a lens. You want to also avoid touching the lens, the glass part of the lens, with your fingers, because there are oils on your fingers, and when you get your oils on there, it's harder to clean off. Now let's say you accidentally do touch your lens, or you get maybe some water splashing on or something else on your lens. What you want to use is a special solution for cleaning lenses, and it's usually marked like lens cleaning solution. They also sell like little wipes, and hold on, I have a whole bunch of these someone gave me, which is pretty sweet, pre-moistened lens wipes. And so you just pull it out, clean your lens, and it's done and gone. Yeah, so these are super helpful to carry around. I just carry them in my purse, and even for like my cell phone camera, right? Yeah, so really important to keep that stuff clean. If you don't have a clean lens, then you're gonna have stuff in your photos that you don't want there. Next, let's talk about tripods. So you do want to wipe down your tripods, especially if you're out in nature taking photos. Over time, that bit of dust and dirt can build up on your tripod and make it harder for the legs to slide in and out. Now, even when you don't see things, I'm going to tell you a quick story. One time I was photographing and I got hit by a wave, and I thought I had cleaned off my tripod really well, but about a week later when I went to use my tripod again, there was actually little rings of salt around all the edges of the legs because I was hit by a wave from the ocean with salt water, and that had all built up on there, and I had to keep cleaning it for quite a while. So making sure that you're cleaning your tripod legs so they keep working good for you. And my last quick tip is going to be for your camera bag. So have you ever gotten these, maybe when you buy some shoes or a purse or something, silica gel bags, and it says do not eat, throw away? Well, these actually absorb moisture. So I keep these and put them in my camera bag in the different pockets so that if any type of moisture from the air starts to accumulate in there, these start to yeah, soak up that moisture before it ruins anything. So start keeping these. All right, so if you keep your equipment nice and clean, it will keep things from building up. It will keep it going better. Now, one last thing, actually, I forgot to mention. Sorry, I swore the last thing was the last thing. This is really the last thing. Is that the reason you want to make sure that you don't get dirt inside of your camera is not just, you know, the mechanical things, but if you get any type of little specks of dirt or dust on your sensor, every single photo will have a dot where that piece of dirt or dust is. So if you're taking photos and as you're going through your photos, you see that there's one little like blurry spot in the exact same place on every single photo, it's either on your lens or it's on your sensor. And if it's on your sensor, that means you got to clean your sensor. I don't trust myself to clean my sensor. I take my cameras, or I send them out to get cleaned if that's the case. So it's a really delicate process. Like I said, I don't trust myself to do it. So instead of having to worry about that, just try to keep everything as clean as possible, and it'll lessen the chance of that happening to you. All right.